Peace, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm doing this takeover of Too Much of a Person, and I'm really excited for you guys to listen to what I have to say. As you know, that humans, we sharpen each other. So thank you so much for your energy, because it's an energy exchange. So I'm here to talk about the new moon that we have fallen today. What is the date? Today is the 24th? Sorry. I've got so much numbers going on in my head, but yeah, 24th. So I want to talk about what is the new moon. First of all, before we go into the astrology of the new moon, what is the astronomy of the new moon? So I'm going to use my two rocks to explain that. So this one is the sun, this is the moon. So we have the sun right here, and when it's a new moon, the moon has it's just to bear in mind, the moon and the sun will never be this close together in the sky. But what we're talking about is how we see them in the sky. So you know those people who okay, so for example, you see how I can do this and touch that thing right there like that? So you would think like I'm touching it, but in reality, that's not what's going on. So keep those kind of optical illusions in mind, is what I would say. So anyway, back to my demonstration. So this is the sun, this is the moon, and so when it's a new moon, it's simply that the sun and the moon are close together in the sky. When it's a full moon, the sun and the moon are opposite each other. So opposite each other like that. So, or opposite each other like that, so you can actually see the moon. So when it's a new moon, the moon has come all the way around, but it's closer to the sun. Well, so I'm gonna do it this way. It's closer to the sun, so it's like that, and we can't see it. We can't see the moon right now. Why? Because the sun's light, the moon hasn't got any light of its own, so the sun's light is just bearing it, so it loses its glow. But then as soon as it comes to the full moon, the sun projects the light over, and so then we, imagine my head is earth, we can see, we can see, oh, okay, the little nice glow up there, and it goes through the phases. So basically, hopefully that helped you guys phantom what a new moon is, if for those who didn't know, but I'm pretty sure majority of you did know. Put that back. So yeah, did know what that a new moon was. So we have a new moon in Aquarius, and I'm talking from a tropical language, a tropical perspective. I love tropical astrology. I do use other type of astrologies for other different things, but my main go-to 99% is the tropical astrology because of the kind of works I do. But different astrologers do different things, and that's absolutely fine. So moving forward, talking about the new moon. So this new moon is happening in the sign of Aquarius. Sorry guys, you see me looking over so I can look at my notes, so I can make sure that I don't miss anything that is important. So this new moon is in the sign of Aquarius, and the sign of Aquarius is an air sign. It is a fixed air. So it's being a fixed air. It is fixed, being, I don't want to use the word stubborn, but always there, like not changing very easily. It doesn't change very easily, or takes time to change, or holds things up. So like the earth is very fixed. The air that we get, the air that we get that feeds and sends us, sustains us, that is a very fixed air. So you can see that's an Aquarian energy. So that's why Aquarius gets this energy of humanitarian, of serving, of people who like to serve, of social people who like to serve, because being an air sign, air is a masculine energy. When I talk about masculine, I'm talking about like a positive energy. So masculine, positive, they give, like it's outwards energy, it's out, right? Things are out. But with negative energy or feminine energy, things are in, so it draws in. So if an Aquarius was to go into a room, it would probably give energy to people. So, give jokes to people, make people laugh. So that's the Aquarian energy. So anywhere you see that energy, so in a person, that's what it would look like. If you had to see it as something in society, that's Aquarian It will be the people who help people, you know, people who help people, people who serve, the people in governments, people in large groups, people in churches, for example. That's a large group. So moving forward, because this video I forgot that IG only do like 10 minutes things. So yeah, I'm gonna go from the signs and just to kind of let you guys know like what to expect. So I've hit all the 12 signs in there. So this new moon energy, what you always want to do with the new moon, it's about planting. It's about planting. When I mean planting, like literally putting something so something can grow. And there's always a time and a space for everything you want to do, and so you want to laser focus your seeds. So you can't plant apples all year round because they won't taste as sweet as when it's apple season, for example, when it's pear season, etc. So for Aries, yes, this new moon energy is about planting, setting in your intentions, but setting in your intentions mainly towards your goals, and your objectives, and also within your large groups. Like, how do you bring value to that large group, or that social group, and how does that social group or large group or organization bring value to you? And if there's something there that's off balance, then set the intentions for what you do want to see in there, so then that balance can grow. So for Taurus, this is, you know, this new moon, you want to focus planting your intentions towards your reputation, and the way people see you in society. So that could be your career. What career is it that you want? If you are in a career, do you want to get paid a little bit more? Do you want to change careers? How can you better yourself in that position, basically? How can you level up, Taurus? So yes, Gemini. So for you guys, it's definitely planting your intentions within your perspectives, like the perspectives that you have. You know, do you want to grow a different perspective? Do you want to learn something? What is it? Because Geminis, you guys love, you know, you're very curious, because that helps you grow. So dive into maybe a new book, reading a new book, talking to, you know, friends, or talking from people you've never spoken to before, maybe online. You know, if you're online, for example, on social media, and someone comments on that, you know, maybe just say thank you, or, you know, just be social in a sense, changing your perspective, changing your views, adding in perspectives that you do want to see manifest for you within that. So yeah, Geminis, where do you want to travel? So do you want to travel, I don't know, to Jamaica somewhere? Do you want to travel to Kenya somewhere? Well, write that down. Write those intentions. Plant those intentions in. And when I mean just write, I'm a person for writing, because words mean a lot. But you can do this ritual in dancing. You can do this ritual by literally going to Google and researching places to travel. You know, new books, or etc. So this is what we mean by planting. It's like taking a mini action into something that you want it to grow. So Cancers, this is all about, you know, transformation through your spirit and your mind. So you want to plant those intentions in there. What kind of mindset do you want to have? Okay. What kind of mindset do you want to have? Okay. Cancers as well. Take care of your taxes. It's tax season. It's tax season. So definitely take care of those intentions. Plant those intentions. What do you want to see in your tax return next year? Leos, it's all about cooperation with other people. So how do you want to communicate with other people? How do you want other people to communicate with you? You know, the relationships you want to have. What type of relationships do you want to have with people? What type of relationships you want to have with the people? How do you want to relate with other people? So yes, laser focus your intentions onto that. Okay, so Virgos, it's all about setting the intentions on planting the seeds of health. And how do you feel about your daily routine? Are you happy with it? Is it like you wake up in the morning, I don't know, you do a few affirmations, or you wake up in the morning, you look at the news or whatever it may be, Do you appreciate that? Maybe do you want your morning to maybe look like you wake up in the morning, you do a bit of yoga, drink some moringa? How do you want it to be? Or do you want to wake up in the morning and I don't know, dance first and then go make pie in the morning? Whatever routine you want, put that in, but make it make sense, like a routine that will help you achieve, you know, a career status, achieve something that will help you achieve you know, like a peace of mind, you know. So think about that. Definitely put in those intentions for health, don't forget that. Moving on to Libras, it's all about setting intentions for your self-expression. How do you want to express yourself? Do you want to express yourself by doing some form of art? Do you want to express yourself by dancing? Do you want to express yourself by cooking? Do you want to express yourself by braiding hair? I don't know. Do you want to express yourself by reading? Do you want to express yourself by selling some form of your business because you just love it so much you wanted to share it with all of us? How do you want to express yourself? For those Libras who have children, set your intentions with your children. How, you know, the development of your children. I don't have children, so I can't really say much on that, but you will know intuitively what I mean right here. You know what I mean? Set those intentions there. If you don't have children, well, set your intentions on your self-expression and your romantic situation. Do you want a bit of romance in your life, or are you done? But hold on, don't be breaking up with no one right now, because you know the way Venus is set up with Neptune, it's just like trying to see underwater. It just let it wait, let it pass out. Anyway, so moving on to, let's just speak about Libras. So Scorpios, this is gonna be about your inner world. So setting intentions for your inner world. I'm a Scorpio ascendant, so I can definitely yam about and talk about this. So you Scorpios, yeah, about setting intentions for your inner world, okay? So your home. So like literally I've moved out, like I got a new place, but like I've not been proactive in this place. So now I've like officially moved in. I'm going to be so proactive. I have to, you know, finish off my painting, get, you know, my bed's getting delivered next week, get different things sorted out in the house, getting in a smart meter, because no one's topping up with the key thing anymore, you know. So for me, I'm writing those intentions down in my diary. I have a little nice diary there. Like, look, 6 months from now, I definitely won't be doing this. I let go of this, and this is what I want to see from 6 months from now in my home. I'm so specific. You know, you can plant many seeds, but this is the time for you Scorpios to plant seeds to do with the home and your inner world that you know it's the season for, okay? Sagittarius, it's all about your neighbors, relatives, and communications. I'm a Sagittarius moon, so I can definitely yam about this as well from the emotional perspective. Definitely, you know, the neighborhood you live in, like how can you bring more value into it? And you know, a lot of the times we can bring a lot of value into our neighborhoods. You know, when you go into the park, you see a bit of dirt, pick it up. That would be nice. That would be something different, because that means that you don't worry about anyone else, just you doing it. You know, it doesn't have to be that. How, you know, maybe your neighbors, if you're having trouble with your neighbors, how can you communicate with them better? How can you communicate with people better via email, via text? Are you the type of person who communicates like laughing faces, but really you're upset, sad, down inside? Deal with your communication, set intentions for the communications that you want to set forth. Any short trips you want to take. So if you are living in America, that will be the short international trips you'll be taking. If you live in the United Kingdom or Europe, sorry, single-minded, Europe, then you'll be talking about going to France, Amsterdam. Those are like your short trips. It's a short trip, really. It's a little bit long trip, that one, but still, it's like going to Manchester from Birmingham and then go to the UK. Like if you want to do any of those little plannings, then do that. You want to plan an email that's a bit daunting. You got a project that you have that you got to give into work or some stuff like that. Like plan how, you know, plan that through. Like how do you want to deliver the execution? Okay. Okay, that was Sagittarius, and now moving on to Capricorn. Woo, Capricorns. There's been a lot of talk about you Capricorns. A lot of astrologers have loved to speak about you guys in our lips for the last 2.5 years. No, since 2008 really, but since Saturn got in there and it was rather getting closer to Pluto, and then it got closer to Pluto, like bam, 33 years after maiden. I know you Capricorns are going through something. And when I say that, I know you're probably thinking, oh my God, it's negative. No, I just said you're going through something. It doesn't have to be negative. Okay, I'm just saying I know you're going through something. Okay, I know you Cancerians too, because you guys, Capricorn and Cancer, you're opposites. So you make one. You understand? You are this and then you're like that. So for you Capricorns, it's all about value. It's all about your value system, your resources. So okay, let me break down value. So when it's all about value is it goes into a large umbrella, but things that you learn from your family, like those habits, value systems that you learn from your family, like some of them are really good, keep those. Some of them don't suit you anymore, throw those away. There's some conscious ones that, you know, maybe like when you were younger, someone told you to be quiet, and they didn't mean that like be quiet for the rest of your life, but then you have decided to be a mute for the rest of your life because the way you internalized that when you were younger really affected you, and that's how you dealt with things when you were younger. But now that you're older, you're in a different position, you can defend yourself differently, and you know differently. You don't need to react like how you reacted when you were younger. You got to let that go. Think about that. Also think about your resources, like your money, how you're spending your money, what type of money do you want to see, how do you want to make income, what do you want to do trading, what do you want to own a company. I don't know what it is, Capricorn. I know you want to be a boss, so figure it out, figure out how much you want to get paid and get it done. And Aquarius, so for anybody who has a sun in Aquarius, which majority of you who say Aquariuses have a sun in Aquarius, this is happening close to your sun, especially if your sun is at 0 degrees. So anything between 0 to 10 is feeling this new moon vividly. Not vividly like per se, but like vividly. It's affecting your sun, and wherever Leo is as well is being affected in your chart, so that area shines. But just in general, you're looking at your personality, setting intentions in your personality and your outlook of life. So how do you want to view life? Like, you know, sometimes, you know, you think someone doesn't like you, and then it's just your own inner jealousy. So sometimes maybe in your head, instead of thinking that they don't like you, if like since you're already thinking anything, you might as well just think they like you, and see how that plays out for you. You know, see how that energy changes forth and rolls forward, and what happens then. You know, change your perspective, your personality. How you feeling about it? You want to change? You want to turn up? You want to give yourself a big thumbs up? Think about that. So it's all about personality and your outlook of life for Aquariuses. And then Pisces. This is happening for you in setting your intentions in like your habits, your karmas, like have I been a good person in your perspective? Like, don't do that and like go to your opposite sign, which is Virgo, and self-criticize yourself. No. It's just looking at it like, okay, where can I improve, and who can I help? Set intentions of how you can be of charity to someone. So whether it is to go help someone with something, make sure you actually gonna do it and you love doing it, like that kind of help, that selfless help. Set intentions for that, because you know how that works around. But yeah, guys, that's all I have time for, because literally I've got a few seconds and I've got to wrap out. So I'll be back tomorrow for a live, so make sure you guys catch me on that around 11 a.m. And yeah, you have any questions, I'll be definitely happy to answer them for you. But yeah, I didn't miss out any sign, and I'm glad that you guys listened to me all the way through here. Peace.